as I was walking down the street one day. A man came up to me and asked me what the time was that was on my watch. Yeah.
Support master, so what are you doing then? If you can't be bothered to get on the train to the Wolves, where are you going?
I have family commitments today. I shall be watching the bosom of my family down in Stockbroke, Surrey, okay? It is a family landmark occasion.
What do you mean?
Well, you know, it's a family landmark occasion. I'll just trust me. It's all okay. You know, don't worry.
Is this nephew?
It's a landmark birthday thing.
You're now talking to him, are you?
What do you mean I'm talking
You're
to
now
him?
talking
Are you
to
mad?
him.
Well,
No. You told me several months ago.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Told you
yeah,
what?
You did. Yeah, well, I can't say,
What did I
because
tell you?
the poor kid might be listening.
Good God, I don't know. Talk about trying to, really, I mean, you're trying to rupture my relationships with my working colleagues, or rupture my relationships with the audience. Now you're trying to rupture my relationship with my family. You're a bit of a disgrace.
Well, you don't like your brother-in-law. That everyone knows that.
Which one?
The Chelsea one.
Oh, no, come on. Let's get over this. Now, I'll tell you, trying to get
involved. You have a couple of glasses of wine, you tell me things you shouldn't tell me.
You see, once again, you're trying to rupture a relationship with my family. Honestly, you're an absolute disgrace, Al. You really are.
So what have you got?
Sorry?
What have you got for
Well, I don't want to go into that. Very expensive present. But I don't go into. Yeah, very expensive. Yeah. He's never had a Rolex, you see. And, no, I'm not saying.
He's getting your old one.
No.
We have to go ahead. We have to head to the northeast. Graham Courtney joins us. Graham, we have a goal.
We certainly do. It is Newcastle losing against Spurs by 1-0. And in terms of actual goal line technology, it is one of those where you feel as though it could go absolutely anyway, but I think it's going to be Davinson Sanchez who's got the final touch. He's headed it down. Now, with Dele Alli, he followed the ball in. The Spurs players, they all reacted. They felt as though it had gone over the line. Play then continued for a while, but no doubt Martin Atkinson is now being given the nod, and that goal has been given. I'm almost certain that will go down as a goal for Davinson Sanchez. We have got 8 minutes on the clock here. It is Newcastle 0, Spurs 1.
Yeah, it looked like that. I've just watched it again. That looked like
over the line?
Well, look, this I think Vertonghen gets the last touch.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, if there's no goal line technology, you can't tell there, because it's not hit the ground, has it?
Well, it's not hit the ground.
It's hit the underside of the bar.
It's in mid-air.
It's then either in just over the line or not, and the goalkeeper palms it out, but they've given the goal.
But the problem is, Al, the angles we've seen it from so far are all inconclusive. So that is human judgment, and I'm delighted that the ref made a judgment with his linesman, obviously, because that's human judgment. What the game's all about, and I don't like too much technology in the game. So I'm saying that's a great start to the season up there at Newcastle. A very, very controversial talking point. Spurs 1-0 up.
Yeah, they look good. Tottenham on the break look very, very pacey up front. Newcastle was struggling a little bit for pace, lack of pace at the back.
Absolutely.
So get early goal, great. Let's hope that's the way the season's going to go.
Indeed. Now, Mike Graham, a man I also work with on occasions, trying to get his nose in as well. You know what I mean? Sticking his nose in, yeah.
Why does he text you?
Well, a guy called Maxwell Silverhammer, who's a regular correspondent, he sent you and I a note earlier. He said, only 10 minutes into the show and Porky's already mentioned only 1/3 of his heart works. I think there are undiscovered tribes in Africa that know Porky has a dicky ticker from the way he talks about it. Old loaf-face, as I call Mike Graham, right, decides to get involved here in something, which doesn't involve him, and just puts out a 3-word response. It's all lies. That's very nice, isn't it? Eh? Very nice. I don't know. Everybody's ripping my reputation to pieces this morning. Wow. Why is that, do you think?
Maxwell Silverhammer, the Beatles, of course.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Go on, give us some more.
Yeah, OK. What is going on, Mike? Home from the game last night. Go to sleep with the radio on.
Mike, go to St James's. Graham Courtney, what's happening, Graham?
It's all square. It's Newcastle 1, Spurs 1. The ball floated in by Matt Ritchie, and there was Hosselu. He's got the final touch onto it, and he's got the ball in the back of the net. Huge discussion still going on about that earlier goal by Spurs with Vertonghen. It looks as though Dubravka has actually managed to dive and scoop it out from the goal, but that has been a really, really tricky one. Anyway, it's all square here at St James's. What a belting start to life at St James's Park in this season. 10 minutes on the clock. It's Newcastle 1, Spurs 1.
Well, what a cracking goal as well. Great ball in. Is that Ritchie who's whipped one in? That is a cracker. Well, by the way, I'm with the idea was that first one. Was that over the line?
Yeah.
I think that's a hell of a shout from the referee, by the way.
It was human instinct, human decision. No doubt about that one crossing the line. Very emphatic goal.
Great ball by Richie. By the way, it's all happening here in the warm-up. To Lord's Johnny Norman.
77 for 3 now, England, and the debutant Ollie Pope spin trapped LBW. Hardik Pandya with the wicket. England also wasted a review. A fine start to his Test career, but it's come to an abrupt end for Pope. He made 28, but that's it for now. Root's still there, 11. England 77 for 3.
Wow, 1-1 at St James's. We're back there in a tip. We'll get stuck into Porky's email. What?
Yeah, well, it says here, you see, Mark says, what's going on here? I got home from the game last night, the radio was on and Porky was on the radio. I get up this morning and Porky's still on. Turn the talkSPORT off this morning and Porky's still there when I switch it back on. Well, there you go.
12:22 back in the tick.
Down during the day and sleep for 2 hours and then wake up, I feel so groggy I don't even bother. I would rather go to a pub and have a couple of pints to revive me. No, seriously, I'm not being...
Spend some time in that pub.
Spend time in a pub. But no, this sleep thing, Al, is very important because one explanation for it is that if you get too much sleep, it means you're not getting enough exercise. Your body is being like...
that's a point.
Like couch potato.
That is a point, because we're going to St James's Park again, Porky.
Whoa,
this
hey!
is some afternoon. Graham, is it Delhi?
It is Newcastle United 1, Spurs 2. It looks like Aurier is the person who's going to be actually credited with that one. And this one's a little bit easier, it really is. Loads and loads of discussions also from the earlier effort that went in. That is now just, it's you feel like saying technology is the person who's given the nod for that opening goal for Spurs. But anyway, this one's a little bit more clear-cut. And we were talking here earlier on, a couple of lads. I've actually got Steve Harper alongside me, and we were talking earlier on that Rafa Benitez will be fuming about the lack of defending that's going on from Newcastle United.
Well, Graham, they're getting absolutely battered down the right-hand side. Tottenham are flying down the right-hand side every opportunity.
It is, and it's you just get the impression that there are going to be more and more goals to come in this game. I can absolutely guarantee it. It's what we've got. We have got 18 minutes on the clock. It's Newcastle 1, Spurs 2.
Brilliant, Graham. Lovely.
Does anybody